There were major changes made in the bankruptcy laws about 7 years ago, and as a result it's become, to some people, more difficult to file bankruptcy, particularly Chapter 7 bankruptcy. But what we are seeing is that more and more collectors, as they call you on the phone, and maybe you've just been overwhelmed by a loss of a job or maybe by a medical crisis, and you just say, this is too much, you know what? I can't deal with this, I'm going to file bankruptcy. We're seeing more and more collectors on the phone saying, you cannot file bankruptcy. It's illegal to file bankruptcy now. Didn't you know? The law changed. Now, first of all, is that true or untrue? And second of all, why did they say that? And third, what can you do about it? Well, first of all, it's a lie. Now, there are restrictions on filing bankruptcy. If it's a student loan, it may be more difficult to discharge. If you'd filed a bankruptcy a couple years ago, you may not be eligible to file right now, or maybe not the same type of bankruptcy. Chapter 7 versus Chapter 13. But just this flat out statement, you cannot file bankruptcy, that is a lie. I don't care if your house is paid for, if you make $1 million a year, you can still file bankruptcy. Now, it may not be wise to do that, and it may not do you a whole lot of good, but you can file bankruptcy. So, second point, why do they say this? Well, because if you file bankruptcy, and most people that are dealing with debt collectors are in a situation where they don't have a bunch of equity in their house. They don't have a bunch of money laying around. So if they do file bankruptcy, it's going to wipe out or discharge their debts. And so the collector's going, as you say to the collector, maybe I should just file bankruptcy. What they hear is, I'm going to lose all my money. I'm not going to get any commission. So they go, I know what I'll do. I'll tell this person, you cannot file bankruptcy. Because if I can discourage you from filing bankruptcy, this is what the collector's thinking, then you'll pay me and I'll get money. So it's only motivated by self-interest. Now, I don't have a problem with people making money. If you run a business, you should be able to make money. A collector should be able to make money. But they cannot lie to make money. And so what do you do if a collector has told you this lie? We know why they're doing it. What do you do? Well, if it's a consumer debt, then the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act normally will apply. And that prohibits a debt collector from lying to you. And it does that to protect you, but also to protect other debt collectors that are not lying. Think about it. If you have another debt collector and you say, you know, I'm kind of overwhelmed, I may file bankruptcy. And that collector says, well, you can do that, but if you don't, we'd like you to pay us. Well, that collector is staying within the rules. But these collectors that say, oh, you can't file bankruptcy, they're playing outside the rules. And you should look at suing them. You can get statutory damages, compensatory damages. Under Alabama state law, you may be able to get punitive damages, get attorney's fees. And so you have all sorts of options when you're dealing with one of these dishonorable debt collectors that breaks the law. And saying, you cannot file bankruptcy is one of the favorite tactics that they have. So if you've been a victim of this, give us a call, 205-879-2447, or you can contact us through our website, alabamaconsumer.com. Thank you.